My name is Bailey Burnkoff, and I'm a 24-year-old heart disease survivor from Toronto, Ontario. When I was 5 months old, I was diagnosed with 4 heart defects. The most urgent defect was the coarctation of my aorta, which means that my aorta, which is the artery leading out of the heart, was pinched very tightly and not enough blood was flowing through. It was so urgent that I had emergency heart surgery 2 days after being diagnosed. The surgeons were able to correct it somewhat and hoped that as I continued to grow up, that my aorta would continue to widen as well. Unfortunately, this didn't happen, and as I grew up, I developed very high blood pressure and began taking medications for it. I continued to switch medications and go to the doctor for monitoring and continued to be exhausted. I couldn't keep up with my peers in a normal gym class or a dance class, which is disheartening for a young girl. When I was 13 years old, my doctors got a cardiac MRI of my heart to give them a bit more information of how my heart was functioning. They noticed that my heart muscle was actually now working too hard to compensate for the high blood pressure. So they recommended me having another surgery. I found out about this possibility a few months after my parents in September 2009. It was a complete shock, and I had a really hard time wrapping my head around it. A few months later, I had my second heart surgery at SickKids called an aortic patch repair. Basically, the surgeon slices open the aorta and puts in a synthetic patch to make it wider. The surgery was supposed to last between 4 to 6 hours, but due to unexpected complications, it ended up lasting for over 12. When the surgery was done, the doctor explained to my parents that it had been much more difficult than he had anticipated, that I had lost an extensive amount of blood, and that he was not sure I would survive the night. Obviously, I did, and I have no physical or mental deficits, which I'm forever grateful for. A lot of this is due to Heart and Stroke Foundation, who funds life-saving research and innovation and helps create more survivors. So please join me in supporting the wonderful Heart and Stroke Foundation